it on the low. Nobody gotta know. Happy new moon, happy new moon, happy new moon, happy new moon, happy new solar eclipse moon, man. We closing out the year. We closing out the year with the last bad boy. All right, how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Hope everybody got uplifted, positive, optimistic vibes during this Sagittarius. Shout out to all the Sagittarius out there, man. Happy solar return to all my Sagittarius. I hope all of y'all doing well, man. May Rami, Yemi, Foxy Chick 331, B Moon Goddess, Goddess Rising, Vanilla Gal. All right, Lindsay, I see you, bad baby. Okay. Maya Melanin, Louis Charles, Rollo, Belle Papillon, Keely, I see you, Keely. This eclipse really changing me. I just changed my major and stuff. Can't wait for your reading. Yep, we getting into it next week. And yes, there's a lot of big changes going on with this eclipse right now. There's a lot of big changes going on during Sagittarius season period. Sagittarius season brings a breath of fresh air into everything. Every new sun season does. But when we're looking at Sagittarius, it's free spirited. It wants to expand. It wants to touch new things, meet new people, do new things, learn new things, teach people, be able to have the opportunity to be a vessel to teach other people new things. You feel me? So, we got Cheryl's in the building. What's going on, Cheryl's? Love. All right, so let's just get right into it. I know it's a little late and all that. So I got my notes. I'm going to breeze right through these guys. I just want to give my little influence, my little brief reading on top of what you may be experiencing around this time. All right, I'm going to just hover a little bit over what you've been experiencing during Sagittarius season period. All right, so let me just get right into it. Now, the aspects we're going to have with this solar eclipse, all right, you feel me, is really going to peak around 2:40 a.m. early. All right, so when we look at what planets the moon is going to be making contact with, all right, we know it's going to be conjunct the sun. All right, so we're embodying a new us right now. We're revitalizing self, analyzing the big picture of the things. When we look at that Sagittarius Jupiter type influence, you feel me, looking at things from a more expanded point of view, aka a more wiser point of view. All right, strong desire to start fresh. All right, it's a new moon, but it's a solar eclipse energy behind it. So the energy of the sun actually wanting to be expressive of that energy is going to be a huge crave to do that right now. All right, allowing yourself to entertain the potential of something new at the moment as well. All right, Mercury is going to be in the mix with this energy. So right now everybody's just, sitting back, devising their diabolical plan for the things that they want to get into, for new experiences, new aspirations or whatnot. And then we also got that Sagittarius season. So with that Jupiter energy, it could be a lot of overthinking when it just comes to things dealing with past experiences, things that come when it comes to your relationship with your belief system. These could be the things that's just naturally heavy on the mind at the moment. All right. Now we're going to have the moon making contact with Saturn and Uranus during this energy. All right, during this transit. So, Saturn is going to make everything deal with more practicality, more reality, more time. Uranus is going to make us have more of an individual touch to what we do. I like to say, Uranus motivates us to be more unapologetic about how we do things individually in our lives. So these are all influences that's in the air right now at the moment. Okay, so, we're going a little bit more in depth with Saturn. We're going to have the ability, because it's a harmonious transit, a harmonious relationship moon is having with Saturn. All right, so Saturn deal with time, restrictions, limitations, but the moon is hitting it in a sextile. So this is going to be the ability to resonate with more practical and efficient ways of doing things at the moment, finding more clarity among your relationships and your associates, seeing a bigger picture or developing ways to expand stability, how we make money, understanding the spiritual significance behind utilizing time wisely. So right now, a lot of us are in a state we're looking at our current circumstances during this new moon, and we're in our heads like, damn, if I had applied my time more wisely to this project, to this relationship, and to this environment, and to this personal pursuit right here, I'd probably be a little bit more farther right now. So you don't want to be overwhelmed thinking about the shoulda, woulda, coulda. You just want to be invested in seeing how you're about to apply more time into that now. All right. We got Chechi's in the building. It ain't alive until Chechi's in the building. All right. Once again, for everybody that just came in here, I'm just running through the houses real quick. All right. I'm not even looking up to see comments. I'm just reading notes. Okay. And then the influence we have with Uranus during this new moon, all right, is going to help us. Now, the energy with Uranus is actually more of a friction, is in conjunction. All right, the moon sextile Saturn, that's a harmonious relationship. When we look at the relationship the moon is having with Uranus, that's going to be more of a friction. All right, so Uranus deals with change. All right, Uranus deals with change. It doesn't like to be settled, doesn't like to stay in one position. All right, it's a radical energy. It can be an impulsive energy and an erratic energy. So with the moon hitting that energy in conjunction, I feel like we're all in a space where we're all feeling slight friction when it comes to making individual decisions or having an individual belief system at the moment right now. There may be some things that you truly believe in, whether it's personal aspirations, just your general spiritual belief system. There may be some of these things that the way you express it or the way you move in your light, it may bother people in your environment. It may be opposing to people in your environment, and you may find yourself fighting for that right now. So right now, we just want to be real reasonable and see the bigger picture to how we deal with that. It may be your career environment. It may be in your family environment, your home environment, where things that you really believe in, things you practice, things you exercise, it's a problem to others. So right now, you just want to be mature about how you handle that and understand other people have their own paths they got to walk. You don't want to get so much into the energy of fighting, with your knowledge and wisdom or your awareness of how somebody else should be believing or seeing something at the moment. All right. And simply learning to embrace the change that comes with making personal individual decisions. All right. Right now, with that Uranus energy in the mix, there's going to be a lot of things right now that is changing for all of us right now. All right. Specifically, the house that you have Sagittarius in, the house that you have Taurus in, where Uranus is at. But, we're about to run through the notes I got for the houses, and we're all going to be experiencing some big change in this crib. All right. Whatever house you got, because, we already got the Sun and Mercury in there. All right. We come into that half point of Sagittarius season right now. So nothing I'm about to say is going to be brand new. You've been experiencing this energy. The sun has been placing people, places, and things, commercials, YouTube recommendations for you to pay attention to the sun in whatever house it's in right at the moment. So everything right now is just to help us refine these things, help us to have more clarity for how we're going to apply ourselves in certain energies right now. Once against the end of the year, not the real year, but, closing out December, we want to make sure our new moon energy, we having a light load going into, January, going into the next season, making sure we're refining ourselves from everything we've been experiencing this first half of Sagittarius season. So, with Sagittarius season dealing with expanding, I like to say Sagittarius season can be more of the most social periods of the year. All right. Because it wants to get out, do new things, be stimulated by new experience, new adventures by default. So, right now, we just want to make sure the second half of the season, we're learning to be more wiser, to see things with a bigger picture, to not overwhelm ourselves with things we can't control. Jupiter likes to flow. Jupiter, that Sagittarius energy, if you're around the Sagittarius, you're going to really annoy them trying to overly plan, structure, make sure everything is tedious, come out right and everything like that. That energy types makes them uncomfortable, all right? You Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, that type of energy when you're around people that just don't know how to chill, relax, don't know how to just tell themselves it's all good. We're going to figure it out. Those are Sagittarius key phrases right there. It's going to be all good. We're going to be straight. Don't worry, it'll work out when we get there. Don't worry, we'll find a way. That's Sagittarius key catchphrases all day, every day. You feel me? My brother 610 Aquarius in the building, man. Stop playing. What's good, gang? All right, I miss all of y'all. So, anyways, that's what we got going on with. That's what we got going on with these Sagittarius influences at the moment. Like, I don't care what you've been experiencing. If you can't learn to see the lesson or learn to see why you attracted a person, place, or thing, event, or circumstance in your life during these influences, then you really lost in the sauce right now. You really in the mud right now, because everybody right now is like, it's like the whole collective is clairvoyant right now. Everybody's psychic right now with all these Jupiterian influences in the air and everything. I feel like so many individuals are in a space right now. They feel like karma is very fast right now. So if you made a mistake with something, you had an error with something, you already know you got your parent, your child, your co-worker, your friend ready to tell you, you know, what you've been slacking with. Because you already on top of yourself. Your karma, Jupiter energy, it go like this. It go like this. You feel me? As soon as you start slacking on your game, you can feel somebody right now trying to get you to straighten up or see things more wisely right now. Or you may be the one that's looking at individuals around you right now, trying to get them to see the bigger perspective to certain things in their life, whether it's career, relationship based, whatever. All right. But I like to say under these influences, everybody should have a strong intuition of what they feel like they should be learning from the things that they experienced this whole year, you know. Even though it's Sagittarius season, we in December. So it's kind of natural just to be recollecting over the whole year. So you don't want to be overwhelming yourself with things you feel like you didn't accomplish, with things you feel like you didn't get to fulfill. Listen, man, your timeline is your timeline. Things is going to move and you're going to experience things as you do. You know, you put more stress on the current and future plans of doing things when you so lost in the sauce of what you didn't do before, all right? Acknowledge it. Boom. I didn't work on that as much. I didn't nurture this idea as much. This this aspiration I had. I didn't give it that much time. But shit, the times I did this year, or the times I did put time in, I was active doing that. I did learn 1, 2, and 3. Let me go into, the rest of December, the rest of the new year, and apply these new morals. You feel me? So as long as you're in that type of energy, you're going to be all good. All right. So let's just hover over these houses real quick. I'm not even going to stop to breathe while I'm reading this. All right. First house. All you want to know right now, you want to know what house you have Sagittarius in. All right. I'm going to be calling out the rising signs, but you want to know what house you have Sagittarius in. Okay. And I'm going to just be going through the influences of these areas. And these breakdowns, these notes do include influences from the moon making contact with Saturn and making contact with Uranus. All right. Sag risings. Shout out to all my Sag risings in the building. First house. The spotlight is on what you're personally connected to and what you're known for right now. This whole season, when you got the sun in the first house, the whole season, the light has been on you. You've been forced to look in the mirror. You've been forced to see what's going on in your personal life. What's taking up the most time in your personal life. You're manifesting conversations and daydreams, thinking about the things that people know you for personally or whatnot. All right. So the things that you're good at, this shit is in your face right now. Sag risings, the wisdom and knowledge I have, it's being confirmed that you know what you know, and people need to stop playing with you right now, Sag risings. All right. A lot of new opportunities to express or communicate what you're personally invested in. Great time to start new personal projects or add new experiences into that first house. I ain't really even have to say add new experiences into the first house, aka your personal life, because your first house ruled by Jupiter. You're a Sag rising. So shit, if anything, y'all be needing to learn how to slow down sometimes, because the first house be like this. Your personal life be like this. With Sagittarius and Jupiter, there's always a new episode, adventure, things going fast. So shit, if anything, y'all be needing to calm down. But right now, this still is a great time to shake things up in your first house, especially if you have a strong intuition about something you really personally want to do, something you personally want to express right now. Great time to shoot. Okay. And you spend in the first house. Now with Saturn influences here, this is a great time to start nurturing something that you see long-term potential in. Okay. And also a great time to devote yourself personally to a new routine, all right, or a new practice. Something, whether it's reading a certain amount of, reading a book a week, whether it's, adding something into your personal routine that if you consistently do this over time, there's going to be some type of result, personal development result behind this, all right? So them urges to, straighten out the first house is going to be really strong right now. And, there's going to be a lot of things that you may feel real impulsive to just start, just go, just run with right now. I support it at the moment. It's new moon time. It's new moon time. You don't play around. When it's new moon time, you throw all your beliefs, goals, wishes, actions, throw all of that in the universe. All right. Throw all of it in the air. Throw all of it in the pot. It's new moon time. There ain't no hesitating. It ain't no taking weeks to plan something. It ain't no waiting till the third time you see somebody in a month to let them know how you feel about them. Like, nah, it's new moon time. Get it out, express it, connect it, put it in the light, start it. All right. If it's in the past, remind yourself that it ain't got to last. All right. So don't be having previous shit, getting in the way of things that you see potential in today. All right. Spiritual reset. Now, personal trainer, great idea. Great idea. All right. Sophia, Tef, what's going on, Tef? All right. So that's what we got going on, Sag Risings. Scorpio Risings. Shout out to all my Scorpio Risings in the building. All right. Second house. Great time to add or entertain something new within the career field. All right. We know that second house, we dealing with monetary gains. We dealing with finances. We get into the bag. Yes, there's multiple ways to do everything in astrology. There's multiple ways to develop career and sustain yourself and make money. Literally, multiple ways to do everything, whether it's finding relationships, developing your emotional stability, pursuing creative endeavors, shadow work. It ain't one thing in the chart, all right? So this is a lifetime science that we dealing with when we're talking about astrology, okay? And when we looking at that second house, I don't care what any astrologer tell you. If we talk about money, we got to look at the second house, and we want to look at the house lord of the second house, because that's the energy that's always going to be influencing us to understand that area could support us and stabilize us. But not to dive too far in that, when we look at that second house, we're dealing with our value system, our self-worth, self-esteem. All right, same thing. Okay, we're dealing with the things that make us secure. And when I say value system, we're dealing with all people, places, and things that we value, not just what we also value within ourselves. So, you got the sun up in there right now, making you see all the things that you're worth, making you forced to see your self-worth right now. Right now, a lot of Scorpio risers is in relationships right now, and they partner that think they got some shit over them right now. They not realizing the Scorpio rising is the sun and new moon transit in the second house. They looking in the mirror like, shit, this motherfucker better act right, because I know what I'm worth. I know what my DMs be looking like. Number two, number three could be here any day. Like, that's the type of energy a lot of Scorpio risers might be in at the moment right now. Universe is trying to get you to understand this is not a time to be settling for nothing. This is not a time to be settling for nothing, Scorpio risings. All right. But when we look at the career for us specifically, we're seeing right now during this time, what is it that you have that you could use to build some stability and security? All right. Great time to start that new creative project or side business. Even if career feels stable at the moment, Scorpio risings, if it ain't truly fulfilling, this is a time to shoot for that thing on the side that is fulfilling to you. All right. That creative endeavor that is fulfilling to you or whatnot. All right. You may be paying all your bills and all that. It may be nothing that you really want to buy that you can't have right now. But shit, it may be that thing you want to do on YouTube. It may be that club you want to join. Right now, it's time to fulfill things that you truly do value, no matter if you feel if you are stable in that sense. All right. And you will have a strong intuition with these things, regardless of what feels fulfilling to you. OK, your sense of self-worth will be emphasized. Now, with Uranus and Saturn influencing here. With Uranus and Saturn influencing here, these new projects or career pursuits have a lot of potential, but you have to trust your individual way of doing things. You cannot be worrying about the fact that you're not doing things the way other people are doing things. All right. We all feeling this Uranus energy right now at the moment. We're just feeling it in different areas as I go through these houses. Right now, Scorpio risings, you guys are feeling this energy when it comes to your creative endeavors, your talents. You probably sing. You sing or some shit. Let's say you sing, but you got a OD unique ass voice. Like, your shit is unique to the point people stop, and it's like they got to kind of wait and hold on, register your voice and be like, I ain't never heard that before. But it took them a little while to realize you a dope singer though. Like, wait, hold on, that shit sound type crazy at first. Like, I ain't never heard no shit like that. And that may be the reason you don't like singing, because you be seeing other people sing, they get an immediate reaction. But for you, it's like people got to digest what's original about you, what's unique about you. So right now, this is the time to embrace that shit. It's the time to embrace that shit. Who got a unique ass voice? Who got like you Shaggy? Like Shaggy. There was probably somebody hating on Shaggy when he first came out trying to sing. Niggas was probably hating on Shaggy when he came out with the niggas was probably like, nah, Shaggy, I'm sorry, that's not cutting it, bro. My bad, bro. That ain't cutting it, Shags. You don't know. You don't think so? Nah, Shags. I don't know. I believe in it. I don't even know how Shaggy sounds outside of singing. I can't even impersonate. But that shit, niggas was probably hating on that shit. Niggas was probably hating on. And then if Shaggy didn't believe in his second house, if he ain't believe in his talents or what he feel like he has, his gifts that he has to connect to the world, then we would never have none of them hits. Not all of y'all be in the shower talking about, you're my angel, you're my darling. You be singing that shit now, right? You be singing that shit now. But niggas is hating on that unique voice. So that's like the situation Scorpio rises in. Like, y'all gotta learn to really embrace that thing that y'all do good, but it's like different. Don't nobody do it like that. And you feel like you may not be able to connect or share it. That's another thing. We in Sagittarius energy right now. So we all in the sense of wanting to kind of connect, wanting to share, wanting to light somebody else's fire, wanting to be an example to somebody. Right now, people are embracing and appreciating just the ability to be somebody sparking somebody else's life, learning to give a little bit more. All right. So, with all that being said, Scorpio Risings, y'all better go sing. Y'all best to go sing. All right. Not shying away from utilizing your talents and what you're good at, and being more practical and business minded when it comes to your creative gifts. So don't just be out here singing and not, streaming your music so you could get your penny. All right. Be more strategical about how you're going to plant, something during this new moon. Okay. You just want to be out here just moving up in the air with what you're doing. The second house is an earth house. It is an earth house. So we want to deal with your talents, but we want to look at them from a way like, okay, I know I'm talented with this, I'm good at this, but all right, how much money can I really make with this shit? What's the limit? What's the ceiling with this? How can this stabilize me? How can this provide some security? All right. Third house. Shout out to all my Libra risers, all right? Sagittarius in the third house. Shout out to all my Libra risers. Roll call. Let's get right into it. Third house. During this transit, you're going to be recognizing who truly uplifts you and plays a positive role in your life right now, all right? It's the third house. You got Sagittarius in the third house, so you be experiencing all type of episodes with your siblings, relatives, early friendships, all type of chaotic situations with your friends at times, having to be there for your friends, or a lot of your friends having to show up for a lot of the crazy shit going on in your life or whatnot. Be all type of things going on with Sagittarius in the third house. But guess what? Libra risers end up knowing so many goddamn people with Sagittarius in the third house because they're experiencing a lot in their third house. They end up knowing mad people outside of the third house. So Libra rising may live on 125th Street in Harlem, may live on 125th Street in Lenox in Harlem, but that motherfucker know everybody in Long Island, Staten Island, a couple motherfuckers in New Jersey, in Brooklyn. People know Libra rising is from 125th and Lenox, so we all know, Libra rising from 125th and Lenox. But that Sagittarius rising in that third house just be expanding and placing new experiences to connect to people that's outside of that, because that's just how it is with Sagittarius there. So it plays out opposite. Like we said, Libra rising got them opposite energies. Okay, so they end up really experiencing a lot of things beyond the people that's close to them or around them a lot of the times, and it manifests into y'all having to share a lot amongst the people around y'all, having to be an example to teach things about people, about life periods of people that's around y'all. So but this is definitely a time right now where you're gonna have to have more discernment about your social circle, who you're around. Just because they're familiar to you don't mean that there's such a productive energy in your space. All right. Once again, who plays more of a positive role in your life. entertaining new ideas to use third house traits. When I say third house traits, things that you're familiar with, things that you already know how to do, knowledge that you already have, things you already learned, okay? Things you picked up in your neighborhood, in your surroundings. There may be a strong intuition to connect a certain ideal or form of knowledge to others right now, Libra rising. It may be something in this third house that people are dying to know how to do. You're hearing people are paying others to know how to do it. You know how to do it. It's something knew how to do, and it's just getting trendy right now. You might have to be like, dun, 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 I'm here. What's good? Who needs that? Like, you may have to be the one to embrace communicating that form of awareness or that knowledge and wisdom that you have about something, all right? The third house deals with information, deals with, communication, and deals with the intellect. All right, it deals with connecting by default. So you got Sagittarius in here. You're going to manifest a lot of people connecting to you to try to teach you things. People trying to teach you things you already know all the time. You having to teach people things that you feel like they should already know all the time. So a lot of funny shit there with Libra risings. Like Libra risings be like playing dumb around people that they're really smarter than. Libra risings, and I understand it because I'm a Libra sun, but Libra risings will really play dumb around somebody that they feel like they're really smarter than, because they may feel like they being rude by correcting them all the time with some shit or something. So Libra risings just be like, all right, we'll just let them feel like they know what they know. All right. Shit, Libra suns do that shit too, what I'm talking about. You feel me? Yeah, the new moon is tomorrow, so it's peaking at like 2:40 a.m. So literally like in the next, it's 8 o'clock, like within the next 6 hours. All right, 6-7 hours. Okay. So that's what we got going on there. Libra rising's third house. This will be, okay, this is a time where you'll find clarity in habits that you picked up from others, and you'll be able to transcend them. So right now, Libra risings, because you deal with so much goddamn people in your life, this is going to be a time right now during this solar eclipse where you're going to feel strongly on the things that you feel like is not truly you. You picked it up on your environment. We all are products of our environment, but when it comes to people that you've been socializing yourself with, you're going to start realizing how a lot of their habits or ways of thinking have rubbed off on you. So this is going to be a period for you to start detaching some of these things to get closer to how you truly think about things, how you truly analyze things. You feel me? And Libra rising, this is not a time to be so much entertaining advice about your relationships from other people right now. Like, you got to do what you got to do with your relationships right now. You follow your intuition with what you want to do with your relationships right now, how you want to handle things with people. It ain't no right or wrong way. If you followed your heart, that's the right way to be. You feel me? But once you start overthinking and all that and doing all that extra shit and asking people 1,000 opinions and consider everybody's opinion about your 3 best friends and your cousin and your sibling. Now you juggling 5 different opinions about something. Let's not hope to God you're not a air Mercury, a air sun, and an air moon on top of being a Libra rising, because you're going to be all confused right now. So, follow your intuition how you dealing with people right now, Libra rising. Okay? And get yourself to transform some habits that you picked up from people that you don't feel like it's truly you. You're going to feel these things out regardless. All right. This is a time that you're going to make more sense on how your surroundings affect you. There may be a new opportunity to be seen as an example for something in your third house. Like I said, something that you already know, information you already have, something you already creative with, something you already had a reputation for. People know you know how to do that. All right. With Saturn and Uranus influencing here, I believe this is a time that you can or may experience a big change in your third house. And also learning to be more patient when it comes to the change of your surroundings overall. So yeah, it might be a change in your environment. Somebody might step into your environment. Somebody might move up out of your environment. Your environment might change up by default right now. So, we got a new moon transiting in the third house. It may be something that you start to feel like you need in your third house. You need in your familiar surroundings, or a change of space. So if that's the energy you really resonating on right now, opportunities to do so may arrive during this time. So you want to put that intention in the air if you feel like you need to transform your space right now. All right. Virgo rising's 4th house. Big changes when it comes to the home and how you deal with your privacy. All right, big changes to when it comes to the home and how you deal with your privacy, Virgo risings. You may already feel like being to yourself has helped you to regroup and see things for what they are by default during the Sagittarius season. All right, with these energies transiting their fourth house, learning to always stay connected to what grounds you or helps you feel more emotionally and mentally stable, regardless of how reckless family environment may be or relationships with your loved ones may be. All right, so let's say there's certain things you always do, Virgo risings, to feel grounded. You know this. Let's say there's certain things you have in your routine and your schedule to help you to feel grounded, whether it's going to your yoga 3 times a week, doing your meditation, and watching this show every Friday night by yourself with your ice cream or whatever it is, Virgo risings. This season is really teaching you that no matter how chaotic things may get with loved ones or your relationships, you can't neglect them certain things that you already do personally to make you feel whole, to make you feel mentally, emotionally stable right now. So that's why this Sagittarius season, you may have been in your own little private bag right now, just trying to regroup, reconnect to these things that make you feel comfortable or whatnot. All right. And learning how to, have that relationship between those things and the person that you deal with or the situation outside of your fourth house. All right. So that's the thing when we talk about the fourth house in astrology, we got to understand we have to protect what comes in that house. All right. You don't just let anybody in your home, right? You don't just let anybody in your crib. So when we look at the fourth house in the zodiac and it rules the heart chakra, dealing with our emotional capacity, we always got to be filtering what's in and out that house. The people, places, and things that we connect to, we got to start realizing when it went from a 7th house connection, somebody we connected out in the external realm, or 11th house connection, and we got to be conscious enough to start realizing when it's moving its way into the 4th house. So now we're opening up to these individuals or these parties a lot. Now they're touching us from a more deeper, intimate way. So, during this time right now, who we talking about, Virgo risings, this is the time to filter that. This is the time to filter what you may have let into your fourth house that you didn't even realize, okay? And help you to just get more grounded when it comes to how you deal with your internal energies at the moment, all right? You may manifest opportunities to teach or express something that's private, all right, to you to build with others and network in some type of fashion. So there may be something that you're into right now, Virgo rising, that, did you do Leo rising? Nope, Leo rising coming up right now. There may be something that you're into, Virgo risings, that you're into in a private level, something that you're creatively invested in, something that you make money with for right now. You may just manifest a situation to connect with somebody else that does that shit. But it may be like, let's say you with your friend and you going to go get your hair done with your friend, and then your friend brought her friend, and her friends start talking about this crypto course that she copped, that you've been thinking about copying because you deal with crypto, and she copped it, and you like express to her that you do deal with crypto too and all that, and you was thinking about that course, and start talking about your investments with them. You don't know what she gonna know. Like, these are how opportunities may pop up for Virgo risings right now. So, and then your friend gonna be looking at you like, wait, tell me, when you been into crypto? But you like, shit, I don't be telling everybody. That's like some private shit. That's some fourth house shit. That's just something I do on the side. You feel me? Be doing my little thug thizzle on the side. And now you're realizing how you took something that didn't nobody know, and how you turned it into opportunity just by embracing and expressing it, connecting it to somebody else when somebody else brought it up. All right? So, just having these energies transiting your fourth house right now, Virgo rising, it may already feel like you're noticing who understands you more, because it may have been more of a detached season. You may have had a small tolerance for dealing with people that you didn't feel comfortable around or couldn't connect with. So right now you're in a state of understanding, like, okay, since this is my creative personal pursuits right here, I got to be around people like this. All right. So you already may be in that type of state. So if you do attract opportunities right now to connect to somebody right now in that state, open up about something that you individually, privately into or whatnot, embrace that. You don't know what could blossom out of that. Yep, that's what we got going on right there. 5th house, Leo risings. I see people being intrigued to pick your mind or seem interested when it comes to something that you express or have awareness of. I wrote in parentheses right there, monetization. Leo risings. Sometimes you have to detach, not even detach, but sometimes you have to allow yourself to separate yourself from the attention and pay attention to how you're using the energy. Sometimes people with heavy Leo alignments, Leo sun moon risings, have such a grasp on attracting attention, but don't be knowing how to harness it or use it to navigate something or manifest something at times. Sometimes Leo energy could just get you caught up in the attention or just into having the light, you know, and not understanding how they could shift shit in their life by having all that power, gaining all that influence. So during this transit, Leo risings, with Sag in that 5th house, you may manifest a situation where people are trying to pick your mind or trying to learn something from you, especially, and a lot of these things may just be literal. It may just be somebody telling you like, yo, you know a lot about that. You need to start teaching about that or connecting that or expressing that to others some more or trying to make money from that or working in that field. So you may manifest those type of situations. You know, the 5th house dealing with expression, being on the stage, you know, your awareness, you know, how you have fun, connecting to the child in you. So a lot of these things that, you know, may be a part of the child in you or whatnot, something that you just have awareness of, or you're comfortable expressing, you're comfortable being an example for it, you're comfortable being seen for doing that. That may be something that you may need to start looking at from a more practical perspective right now. All right, from more of a more money-minded perspective right now. Now with Saturn and Uranus influencing this house, you know, during this transit, you know, it's going to be a time to be more practical and embrace being the only one being seen for how you're doing something. So this is kind of similar to, I forgot what house we just did, but, you know, this is going to be a time with Uranus influencing this new moon. During the 5th house Leo risings, y'all got to make sure that y'all embrace being the one seen, being the only person doing that, only person being seen for something, expression, or some form of awareness in the 5th house. Whether you feel like people know what you know or into what you into or not. All right. This may be a real social time for y'all. So y'all want to embrace it to open up to connect to new people, networking or whatnot. There is you got Jupiter influences in your 5th house, Leo rising. So you manifest a lot of situations in your life to be a teacher of the things that people see that you're good at. All right. You may, Leo risings, be having people in high school and middle school be asking them, you know, where they shop at, who do their hair, you know, what website they be getting their shoes from, because they just there to share, connect. You got the way that you expressive or seen in the 1st house trickles into opportunities in the 5th house to, you know, show people, you know, how they could get their swag together or show people how they could deal with their presentation or self-expression, creative expression in some type of shape or form. All right. So that's my Leo risings. Okay. Don't shy away. Wait, where we at? Okay. Yeah. Don't shy away from letting others know what you're into, or suppressing true self-expression, especially if you're in a new relationship or within new creative spaces right now, Leo risings, okay? This is really a time for you to make sure that you're embracing, you know, sharing what you're into when you're in any form of creative space, in any type of creative environment, and dealing with any new relationships. Let's say you're seeing somebody, you know, you're dating them. It's something, it's early though, you know, still in its early phases. You know, don't be trying to have no certain surface level persona. Be you right now. Just be you. Let your true self-expression show. Let that part of you, you know, really mold with somebody that you connecting with. Sometimes when we in them early stages, we really like somebody, we be mad extra. Like, we really don't be us. Like, you cannot pay attention to who you dealing with them first 4 or 5 months. That, when you dating somebody, wait till the 6th month, all right? Wait till the 6th month, and then when that day starts, when it's the first month of the day, where your 6-month anniversary, talking to somebody, that's when you need to look in your head and be like, all right, now I'm getting to know this person. All right, now I'm really getting to know this person. You feel me? Because we be having a whole different persona sometimes in front of certain individuals, just trying to make sure, you know, that first impression, especially with something you see potential in, not trying to ruin anything, put any blemishes on something that you see a lot of potential in. You feel me? So if you got this energy transit in your 5th house, you know, in early situations, early relationships, you in a new working environment and you around certain new coworkers right now, like, let you be you right now. Let them know who you truly is. It's not a time to suppress anything, you know. When you suppress who you are and first impressions or whatnot, then that's when people can start putting labels on you. And now down the line, you know, you feel like your form of expression in a certain environment or relationship is suppressed. It was really you. It was really you. Nobody really restricted you. You feel me, from the first place. So, like, that's the type of energy, you know, Leo rises may be dealing with. And great time to spice it up with your partner as well. You know, do something different with some of them Uranus influences hitting your fifth house as well. You know, try something different with your partner. You may be manifesting that energy from your partner first. They may be trying to spice it up, do something different around this time, you know, trying to experience, adventure, something different from you, all right? We're not just talking about in a sexual way, neither, just in general, all right? Try to do things that you ain't doing in your previous relationships with somebody you're dealing with right now, you know? Especially, I think I just wrote on my face by accident. Especially if you this is a new stage, this is the first stage you're dealing with somebody. Do some different shit. If you used to just pulling up to the crib, having Netflix and chill, like do something different. Go ride a Ferris wheel or something. All right, you know, look towards something that's more fulfilling from on a new link or something with them energies hitting your fifth house. All right, Cancer rising, sixth house. Great time to add something new within. What time is it? Okay. Sixth house Cancer rising is a great time to add something new within your routine and schedule. You will start to see more of a spiritual significance behind responsibility and organization. This is going to be a time where Cancer rising right now, you're going to start realizing like I could manifest the potential, a lot of the shit I see, but I got to, you know, not that you got to, but you're going to start to understand like, damn, organization, working on things in a timely manner, like that shit got to be consistent if I want this shit to blossom. I want this project to blossom or whatnot. Or if I want to see this development in my life, okay? That sixth house deal with routine and schedule. So these are the strong influences here. Also seeing the effects of your schedule on your mental health. Seeing the effects of your schedule on the mental health. So it might be some things you need to rearrange in order to work on something with more clarity, okay, during this transit. You know, it may seem like karma may seem like it's moving fast in this house. Okay. Great time to reset and organize with some wisdom, with a brighter insight. All right. You got Sagittarius in the sixth house. Sixth house deals with structure, routine. The Sagittarius don't care about none of that. So when you got that energy in that house as a Cancer rising, sometimes, you know, sticking to the schedule, to your routine, or working in something in an efficient manner, like the way you really truly desire to at times, could be tough at times because you may entertain so many different ways of working on things. All right. Sometimes you may not do things in a timely fashion with Sagittarius in the sixth house. So this is a time to get that reset, to understand how to work on things in a timely fashion. All right. And Saturn and Uranus influences may develop a crave to take power and control over career and your schedule overall. Once again, Earth house. All right, Cancer risings. So right now you're going to be in a state that not only are you going to be seeing the significance, okay, into how you deal with organization and, you know, dealing with things in a timely manner. This is also going to be a time where you may feel like, you know, you deserve more within your earth houses. You deserve more stability and security by how much you work on things, or what you feel like your worth or your ability to grow something from how you're working on it, or how you routine it and schedule what time you give to it. So, you know, Uranus likes to deal with gaining power. So when you have it aspecting this house right now, Cancer risings, y'all got to understand it ain't no ifs. It ain't no ifs about what you could, you know, have grow in this house. A lot can manifest in this house if you got it in order. All right. But Sagittarius needs to learn how to take its wisdom in this house, its insight, its creativity, and settle it down into something that's more practical, something that's more in a container. It's a formula. It's not so chaotic. All right. That's not the easiest. It's easier said than done. But this is the emphasis during this time. All right. That's what we got going on, Cancer risings. Gemini rising, seventh house. It may feel like you're going through an evolution when it comes to your relationship circumstances, whether you're in a relationship or not right now. It don't even matter if you're in a relationship or not right now, Gemini rising. You going through some type of evolution with your relationship. So you could be with somebody, you could be single right now, Gemini rising, and realizing things from your past relationship, traumas you developed, shadow work you got to work on, or things that you learned from your past experiences, what you feel like you deserve in your past experiences. You could be pondering on all of that right now, Gemini rising, single. Or you could be in a relationship and still be thinking your partner that you're with right now could be helping you to realize how you've grown from your past relationships, or it could start to show you how you may be replaying something from your past relationships right now. All right. But regardless, you're going through some type of evolution when it comes to relationships. And I like to say it's more so you're seeing a bigger picture, as it may be some things. And this is not to speak from the sense of saying that your relationship itself is about to change or you need to change it. But it may be certain things about your current relationship or current relationship circumstances that got you feeling like breaking free from something you used to hold on to when it comes to your relationship ideals. All right. Let's say something you and your partner used to go back and forth on, seeing people. This is the example that came to my head. Let's say y'all was going back and forth on seeing people outside your relationship, having more of an open relationship. Let's say a part of you wanted to do it, but you didn't really know if you really wanted to do it or not, or you feel me, something y'all been going back and forth for a while. This might be a time right now that you may just feel lighter about it right now. You may just be like, you know what? I see the bigger picture here. We soulmates, we love each other, we gonna be connected to the day we die, but if that makes us feel comfortable, I trust you. So this may be a time you start to see the bigger picture or start to expand on an ideal that you used to look at with your relationships, all right, with your current partner, or things that you just starting to dissect and digest from your previous experiences. All right, so that's what we got going on, Gemini Rising. Ready to experience new things within your romantic life or with your partner right now. So y'all want new experiences with y'all partner right now, or may manifest and attract your partner, wanting to bring a new energy out in the relationship, all right, or bring a new adventure into the relationship around this time. So that's the big change that could come. It probably could be something that your partner is into that you ain't know they was into, and that may come out during this season if it ain't already come out already. There may be opportunities to travel or work on a new maybe opportunities to travel or embark in a new adventure with a significant other. Okay, so maybe your significant partner, maybe you might go on a little vacation with your sneaky link or something. Might be some type of movement and adventure within somebody that you're connected to on a one-on-one level. Might bring a lot of insight. Might bring you a lot of insight about something you may be trying to create or grow right now. Bring a lot of knowledge and wisdom in that area. Okay, possibly craving a deeper connection with someone right now. Okay. Simply embracing you and also learning to simply embrace new experiences with someone. So not putting such high expectations on your relationships, Gemini Rising. You got Sagittarius in some house. Sometimes the expectations be, you can have high ass expectations with Sagittarius in some house, and then you got to really learn to bring yourself down to life and just experience the day to day. So right now you may be in a space where you're just being more satisfied and experiencing the day to day, connecting and growing with this person. All right. Yep, day-to-day, just learning the flow. You may start to realize your personal influence on others, and ideas may stem from that. So you may start to realize how every time your little brother, you got a little brother, he be coming home with his friends, and they be asking you about how to make clothes. You make clothes. You're a designer. You're not a designer, but you make clothes, right? It's just something you do. But nobody know you really be doing that. They be knowing because every time they come to the crib play video game, they be seeing you. So if they always OD asking you like, yo, how you make that hoodie? I'm trying to start a store, boom, boom. You might start getting influence like, hold on, I've been doing this. This little ass kid trying to take something that I already do and make bread off of it. Why am I not making bread off of it? So you might manifest that right now. Maybe something in that seventh house that you realize you got an influence on others with, and then an idea may stem from that. And now you got a new insight on how to use something depending on how you learned something about yourself from somebody else. That's how the seventh house be working. You learn about yourself from other people, from your relationships. Okay. Eighth house, Taurus risings. Oh, excuse me, I'm not done yet. With Saturn and Uranus influencing here, this may be a time to do different things when your partner, and be more wiser about your social circle, okay? Having more of a broader perspective on how you connect yourself to others. You might just manifest someone you're dealing with expressing the reality of how they feel about you, or you may manifest the situation to be that person to express the reality of how you feel to somebody else right now. If you a Gemini rising, we on Gemini rising, right? Yeah, if you a Gemini rising, that's how you feeling right now. Is a harsh reality that you gotta. It don't even have to be a harsh reality, but there's a reality about something you gotta express or connect to your partner. Don't hesitate on that so much. Take care of that this weekend. Take care of that this weekend. Great time for that. Get that up off your chest. especially if you feel like it's gonna help the relationship. Okay, don't be trying to think you know how the outcome of you expressing that is gonna be. Okay, yes, that's what we got going on there. Taurus risings, 8th house. There's something that you have in this 8th house, Taurus risings. Where my Taurus risings at? Where my Taurus risings at? There's something that you have in this 8th house that needs to come out, Taurus risings. I don't know if it's a business, a creative project, some feelings and thoughts you got about somebody. Shit. And when I say feelings and thoughts you got about somebody, I don't even mean on some secret admirer shit. It could just be somebody you actually dealing with, and they don't know how you really feel about them. Like, this may be the time to get that up out the 8th house. But Taurus risings, 9.5 out of 10 Taurus risings got something in the 8th house that need to come out right now. It needs some light. It was a business idea, something you've been wanting to do. The sound cut off. Is my sound still off? I'm gonna assume y'all can hear me. So, yeah, there's something that need to come out that 8th house, Taurus risings. Something that need to come out that 8th house. Anything that's weighing heavy on the spirit, you gotta express it. You gotta get it into the light. All right, especially if something you've been putting time into already, Taurus risings. All right, if it's something you've been putting time into, Taurus risings, this is all right. It's ready to go now. You got the sun, new moon in that 8th house. So right now you're seeing how to raise things that is heavy on your spirit and get it into a positive space, whether it's something negative that's heavy on your spirit, or something that you passionate about that's heavy on your spirit. It's a time to get that up to the surface right now. Okay. This is a great time to clear your conscious and see the bigger picture to dealing with insecurities and transformation overall right now. It's a time you got Sagittarius in the 8th house, Taurus risings. So a lot of times y'all be having your facial expression might not show it, depending on what your sun and moon is. Depending if your sun and moon is like in fire or air for real. But like Taurus rising is gonna have some wisdom for some shit that impacted you on a that really hurt you. They gonna have that for you. They got Sagittarius in the 8th house, so they have no choice but to have to see the optimistic side of something that's fucking dark as hell with Sagittarius in the 8th house. You feel me? So they're able to extract a lot of wisdom from dark circumstances in their life, Taurus risings, and they turn that into something to build upon, to stabilize upon. All right. So right now, this is a great time, once again, to see the bigger picture, the dealing with insecurities and transformation overall. You'll be pushed to see the optimistic side of transformation. Saturn influence is here to help you understand anything can heal or transform over time, Taurus risings. All right. I know y'all love that time word. So let's apply that to things that you'd like to heal, fulfill, things that you're passionate about. Okay. Put time behind that. It ain't nothing you can't manifest within those ideals, those realms, and goals and aspirations. Uranus influence in here helps to motivate you to take more power and control over your deep passions and hidden goals and creative endeavors. So this is not a time to overwhelm yourself, Taurus rising, about how you think something's going to pan out. This is a time for you to control as much as you can control when it comes to what you're passionate about. And letting the results with that just go ahead and continue to transform on the journey, on the mission, whatever it is that you feel like you need to bring up from that 8th house, though. But you got a new moon and the sun in your 8th house right now with Sagittarius in there. Whatever it is that you got, that Taurus rising, that universe trying to get you to bring up out that house, is already something I know you got a lot of knowledge and wisdom about. It's already something that it most likely impacts you on a subconscious level. Something you understand. Something that's in its 8th houses, its 8th house-ish. So it might not be something that everybody know about, and you could be the example to enlighten others about it, right? So these are the influences and things that you want, your intuition, you want to hold on to if you have these influences around this time. So that's my 8th housers. That's my Taurus risings. 9th house, Aries risings. Aries rises in the building. Shout out to y'all. I believe many of you are either settling into new surroundings right now, whether it's a new apartment, new home, a campus, new job environment. A lot of y'all might be dealing with some form of transition or something that's outside of you that was familiar to you right now. So this is a great time to set intention as to what you want out of this new space, what you want out of this new environment, what you want, what do you want to blossom out of this new career space right now? All right. And this is something that you want to have, whether you guys settling into a new space or not, Aries risings, you still want to set some intentions, new intentions right now about what you want to experience outside of what's familiar to you, what's local to you. All right. What's your immediate spaces? This is a great time to set intentions for things that you want to get into outside of what's familiar to you. Dating people that's ain't like the people you used to date. Traveling to places you ain't never traveled before. Starting new applications, applying to certain things. Wait, hold on, y'all. Applying to writing some applications right now, allowing yourself to connect to some new adventures right now. All right, in that ninth house, but definitely something that you have to understand that you do have energy to manipulate right now. How you're able to bring a breath of fresh air into your life by diving into things that you're unfamiliar with. All right, around this time, your morals about something may be really emphasized at the moment. Your morals and ethics about something may be really emphasized at the moment. So if there's a situation where there's something you need, but there's a more righteous way of doing that right now. You see the wiser way of doing something right now. You, out of all people right now, Aries risings, have to be the ones to do it wise. You have to be the ones to move with seeing the bigger picture, with all these energies transiting your ninth house, because it's easier for you to see the bigger picture to certain situations in your life right now. All right. So you want to embrace being the wiser one in the room, period. Embrace being seen as the knowledgeable one. You may just experience being center stage for something you have a lot of awareness about. Aries rising, whether a creative endeavor or something that you have a lot of wisdom about. I want to lean on something that you have a lot of knowledge or wisdom about. You may become center stage for that if that's not already happening this season. Okay. You want to jump on all opportunities that deal with experiencing something that's outside of your familiar surroundings, especially career. So if there's any type of opportunity, collaborative opportunity, anything that you feel, a transition in career, so opportunity to make money or something, opportunity for your family or something, but it deals with you traveling, it deals with you doing something outside of your surroundings, and it's appearing around this time, around Sagittarius season for you, while these energies transit your ninth house, you need to jump on it. That's a gift. That's a gift from God. All right. With Saturn influences here, this is pushing you to place more time and structure into something you either believe in or you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom about already. Being more practical about that. All right. How you structure delivering that to others. How you can service it, monetize it. Uranus influences you here during this transit to embrace new experiences outside of your immediate environment. Whether that shit is in your comfort zone or not. All right. Uranus just wants to be new, wants to be innovative. So anything that it is that you feel like could give you a sense of, some new insight, new knowledge, but it comes with being a new experience. Embrace that at the moment. Pisces risings, 10th house. Pisces rising, your reputation and social status will continue to be highlighted during Sag season. All right. This whole season, you've been realizing what people know you for, what they see you for, what your reputation is. I got 2 minutes, y'all. IG's about to kick me out. I'm about to run through these. Observing your gifts, your knowledge and wisdom is something you could be a service of to others, Pisces risings. This is something you're realizing. Embrace it. See how you could build upon it. Stabilize around it. Don't front on it. Don't neglect these gifts. With Uranus here, embracing being seen for something or doing something different in the 10th house for your reputation. Saturn is getting you back grounded into reality. The potential for things within the 10th house can seem bright, but it has to be worked with some patience and consistency. Aquarizing, what I got? 1 minute. Aquarizing, 11th house. Seeing the value in your social circle and your ability to network, gaining more clarity with your associates and relationships overall, embracing being in new settings and around new faces right now, Aquarizing. Strong Saturn influences for you will push you to see what is to see what it is you feel like you have to offer to the world or exchange with others right now. You may start to feel like you have to be more selective about who you connect with because their time is precious. Uranus is influencing you to shine a light on what's different about you in the public realm. All right. 12th house Cap risings, embracing your solitude. And this is you might have been embracing your solitude. And this is great time for a subconscious reset, becoming more satisfied with experiencing and experimenting instead of the hard results, and high expectations. Okay. 20 seconds. Observing shadow work and creative, influences at the same time. Great time to revitalize creative endeavors. Okay. Damn, I got 10 seconds, y'all. I ain't gonna get through this, but I'm gonna jump right back on real quick.